Good thing to be here this morning. I'm very excited. I know we all had a wonderful time, weekend, holiday. Yes. Yeah, we all had a wonderful time, a wonderful weekend, and the holiday yesterday was good. David Williams, welcome you in Colorado, USA. You follow on YouTube. Yankee Johnson, how are you? Elijah Ponke, as usual, my dear brother, you in Foya City, Lufa County, Alause. Moses Smo, you in Bristol, Pennsylvania, USA. And the rest of the folks. So we had a wonderful time yesterday on the holiday. It was on Sunday. And then, of course, we had to bring it up to Monday. But it's good to be here. And we are grateful. We are thankful to God for everything. We are thankful to God for everything. I'm one person. Every time I'm on the radio, I will remind the Liberian people, I will let you to know that war is not good. I've said this repeatedly, that war is not good. Because I am a witness to it. I saw all the wars. I survived all of them because of God's protection, God's guidance. We know what war did to this country, and so we don't support war. We will not support war. I won't support war. I can never. I know what war did to friends, family members, loved ones, neighbors, what it did to infrastructure. War will not add anything. All war will do, it will bring about suffering, hardship, death, tears, displacement, destruction, criminality, raped. People will be sodomized, disrespect. So I'm aware that war is not good. In no way will I support anything called war in this country. I'm against it. So we are happy. This issue by Guinea, Liberia, the president going to Guinea, the president going to Conakry, along with the chairman of ECOWAS, Malabio, and they are going there, to talk this thing over. Yeah, it was good. That was very good. That was very good of the president. In real life, the president had no option but to go to Guinea. And I see some of you folks want to now shift your thoughts on CDC people, on the opposition. And I see a lot of posts. I even see posts from pastors. I see posts from bishops. I see some posts where people say even Walker will differentiate between CDC and United Party. Going the extra mile. This is my country. Despite we have critical stand on the government when it comes to governance. But when it comes to protecting Liberia, I will stay on the side of Liberia. I will not stay on the side of Guinea. I will not stay on the side of Sierra Leone. I will not stay on the side of Cote d'Ivoire. I will stay on the side of Liberia because I'm a Liberian. I will defend my country. I will protect my country, Liberia. I will stand with Liberia. I will stand with Liberia. But many of you that are talking, oh yeah, Guinea won't post. They can't try nothing. You will see the Nino, Mo Ali, then come with post. You can see the Nino small, the whole small. Don't overlook it. lot of posts coming from Liberians, oh, this and that, and all of these and all. Why are we getting vexed, even with Guinea? I stand on the side of Liberia. But if I were to ask you, why should we stand with the government of Liberia? Or why should we support the government in this land issue? Instead of us asking the government, what really went wrong? What really happened between you and Guinea? For which these people, they have to go this extra mile. Why went wrong? Is it the issue about the land? Or is it something that our government is hiding from us that is not telling us? I see all of you. CDC people want war. CDC people want war. CDC people don't want no war. Shut up. They don't want no war. Nobody, no citizen in Liberia also will tell me say they support war in Liberia. No. But the truth of the matter here is, why our government is not telling us the truth? Why are they not telling us the truth? Are you asking them? But what really went wrong for which Guineans say they want to take their piece of land, they want to do this? What went wrong? That our president will not complain to ECOWAS officially or to the AU. Since they believe in diplomacy and we on the Security Council and this issue we have to do with land, why our government they didn't complain to ECOWAS through erratic communication? Why our government up till now there have been no official clarity coming from the Ministry of Information or from the executive mansion relative to this issue about Guinea and that land? These are some of the questions that we should be asking. Then for you to be saying CDC people want war, wait, you think CDC people not get blood? They got blood. They got blood. If you can run with something that was not good for the country, that will affect its people, but you thought that it was important to run with it so that you get the political dividend, and things are happening and you don't want other people to talk about it, it means that CDC people want war in this country? No, they don't. But let our government be truthful to us. What is it they think? Nobody coming make me to go against my Guinean brother. Nobody coming make me to go against a Fula brother, to go against somebody, a Guinean, because of what? What is the real reason that this government is not sharing with our people? Guinea came up with statement to tell our people why they are concerned relative to this issue. Why the Liberian government, up till now, nothing have come from the Ministry of Information to explain to the Liberian people what really went wrong. What really went wrong that somebody got to take the young people and give them single barrel guns. We saw hundreds of single barrel guns. Where are they coming from? Who gave it to them? Who gave it to the young people to put them in the harm's way? Who gave it to them? Why are we not asking the hard questions? And we want to think that this thing has been politicized? Yes, it is, because it is not just about the issue about the land. There is something deeper that this government is not sharing with us. I have put commanding the president. The president did it. Joseph Boakai had no choice. He had no option. Because it is more than what you think. It is more than what you think, Liberians, that the president will have to go to Guinea. If this thing was the issue of border, why did the president they didn't write ECOWAS? If they were to meet, why didn't go to the new place where Joe Boakai being for MROU? Or why they didn't go to a neutral ground? Why they will have to go to Guinea? And the president will have to ask Malabio to accompany him, to go to Guinea. Why do you think the French president refused to go and we have to send his foreign minister? If that thing is not of the issue that border, why Sarah Beslo Yanti, our foreign minister, will not represent the president? And the president himself will have to go. When it has to do with diplomacy, we on the Security Council of the United Nations. Oh yes. If this issue was just a land issue, an issue surrounding land, why do you think the Ivorian president will not go there? That the Guinean president will have to call some of them, a democratic elected president, you summon me to go to your country? If the thing is about ECOWAS, it's about AU, that's where your country was able to go talk it. Your country is not a neutral ground. No. If it is about the MRU basin, why they didn't go to the foyer play where Joe Boakai said they being? Why? Are you asking yourself that why these people have to do what they all the things that happen in Foya that you say the Guinea authority or not hearing it, they were seeing it on the Facebook. The display of young people holding single barrels, not knowing the real story behind that whole Makona River that they were causing noise for. There is something that Joe Baka and his government refused to tell us. That you, the United Party folks, you're not asking them. CDC people won't go. CDC people don't get blood. They're not stupid people. No, they got sense. And that is why they are asking. Because they know that this Joe Baka and his associates are involved into criminality and dubious operations as it relates to that river. For me, Guinea now was showing us a primitive to say they won't do anything, they will come. Guinea will not come fight Liberia. Even though we might not be equipped in terms of sophistication when it comes to equipment, but we got 3 men. Guinea, we don't want to destabilize the region. What should you hope to achieve? What should you hope to achieve? But if it were in your case, what would you have done? If it were in the case of Liberia, that river were there and somebody were mining from the Guinea side of the river coming, and you see heavy equipment on the water and they are mining. The Liberian government will not inquire. The Liberian government will not ask the Guinean side. Why? We see people on the water. If the water is the bandwidth between both of us, I think we all share. So what? Anything we see on the water from the Guinean side, it means that the Guineans have explained to us, our authority is in the know. Anything from the Liberian side on the water and the Guinean authority seeing it, probably the Guinean government is also in the know. That is collaboration. That is teamwork. That is the way that neighbors, you will see Lebanon and say people behaved. The papi that peaceful man. The papi went to the place to showcase peace. That's why a good leader. Oh, that's what you think, eh? Is that what you think? You know why the Guinean authority got to move the way they moved? Because they saw the too much boast. That Liberia was not asking the hard questions. That Liberia was not cared to know the real story. All they were doing, put the young people on the harm's way and they left up the single barrel. You think Dumuyara were not looking at it on Facebook and say, why these people are doing? Why are they provoking tension? Why are they making this thing to look like we're coming to fight Liberia? Why are they escalating this thing? It means that we got to move in. We got to move in because our people too need clarity. What is happening along the Liberian-Guinean border? Guineans back home was concerned to ask their president, what is going on, Mr. President? Why do we see Liberians, young people, instead of us seeing soldiers, we see militias? That's how they characterize our young people. That they saw people that they consider, and mind you already, this issue about a fuller national security was even raising a serious eyebrow and concern in Guinea. Do you know what caused the government to arrest the head of the group? Because the Guinean authority was not taking the leg. They communicated with your people. They tell your government they're not open when it comes to information. But the Guinean authority communicated with them, to tell them the whole thing about we hearing a song on a group over there, they say full, and they arrested the head. And the Guineans too want to protect their country. Seeing young people standing with single barrel, they're not wearing uniform. Everybody holding single barrel where they got the guns from. People holding everything, and they are jubilating right to the river between Guinea and Liberia. The Guineans too got concerned. What is going on over there? They are afraid that the people could move into Guinea. People are afraid to see people colloquially will feed a rebel. They will feed people won't come crossing. Maybe that Guinea want to leave, like want to come here. They want to create tension. So the people too were on the back of their government to explain what was going wrong. And the Guinea authority was seeing all these things, all the threats, all the things. Why should we stand with our government? I stand with Liberia. I support my country. But why should I support Joe Baka and his people? Why should I stand with this government when they are not telling me the truth? What is the truth about this thing? Because somebody own greediness? Who carried that machine over that water? Who are minding the government of Liberia, the Ministry of Lands and Mines? Tell the Liberian people the truth. Just stop lying. Just stop looking for issues and putting the Guinean people as if to say one fight war with them. They won't fight Liberia. We won't fight no war. We fought our wars ever since. We fought 15 years old. We know what happened in our country. 250,000 of our people died. We will never be stupid to go back to war. We will never be stupid to go to war with anybody. We don't care whether you say we get equipment, we get equipment, we get helicopter, we get helicopter. The reason why all these things are not available because we have been a peaceful country. Because we have been a peaceful and loving country within Africa. Liberia has been a country, people of hospitality, where people will come from all across the world to come and live in Liberia. They will come to our hospital, at that time JFK. They will come to the LU. They will come to learn because we are good people. So we are not focusing on arms, buying water, helicopter, gunship, all the nonsense. No, because we are decent people. We will not go to war with Guinea. Guinea will not fight us. But our government is not saying the truth. Why are they not? Now ask yourself, why Guinea wanted that land? Is that a land issue? You're not asking you because you feel like you voted for Joe Baka. So the paper went Guinea in our Georgia. Why Georgia was president? Nobody go over there. Why George Weah time? No immigration. Nobody go to that Makina River. Makina. Why nobody go there? George Weah was there. Why there was no noise? Why there was no noise? Ask yourself. Is it really on the border issue that the Guineans are talking about? If it is border issue, how is it supposed to be handled? Are there not committees in ECOWAS that can handle that? That Malabio will go to about it? If that border issue, that only Guinea and Liberia can, they tell you it's a border issue that only one country can settle that matter. No, they kept it to the United Nations, or they take it to AU, or they take it to ECOWAS, because there are specific committees that will deal with border-related matters surrounding countries. Surrounding countries. Our police and our military tried, but that was not the responsibility of the police and the military. That the police and the army sort of go man border. If our Joseph Parker, I must start to deal with the situation. First of all, I will deal with you, Mali. I will deal with the Minister of Local Government. In my own county, first of all, let's establish who carried that money machines on that water. Who carried it? Let's establish the fact. Who owns it? Why the immigration is not extended to that border? We have 147 entry points. Out of the 147 entry point Liberians, we have less than 30 more that we have people money. All the rest are vulnerable. People enter Liberia anyway, anyhow. 147 entry point. Go and ask Rufus, Elijah Rufus, who is the immigration boss. Joe Baka should be suspending Rufus and suspending Humane. Not to be lying to us, not to fool us by going to Guinea. It's not the problem. That's not the problem. What went wrong? Who carried that machine on that water? Humale should be asking. Joseph Baka should be asking Humale. Then they took the young people and they're using it as scapegoat, and they want to kill those young people, and they are bragging and boasting with single barrel guns, and the Guinea authority looking at you like, bro, want to show they own that place? Or they think we're stupid? Or they bring equipment on the water, go or sharing the water, then you want to tell me, say, I will not get consent? Why do you think the Guinean authority have not released that money equipment up to now? Why? They will not give it. They will not give it. Our government should explain to us. Then for you to sit down, see this evil one war, shut up. What do you know about war? When you were born, you saw wars in this country? You saw wars? You think anybody want war? But the fact that the paper assistant diploma, you see, you are a novice. I don't blame many of you because you operate on the surface. You are a commoner. When the wind blow east, you go east. A blow west, you go west. A blow north, you go south. You're not asking the hard question. Why would this Guinea authority want to land? Okay, first of all, but why the Guinea put our equipment? Why? Who own that equipment? That's why you, the United Party folks, should be asking the government. Why up to now the Ministry of Information can't tell the Liberian people what went wrong? Who owned that equipment? The BK company. Who owned that company? Who owns that company? Who operating that company? Because they will see young people that there, they will tell them, say, your help, you will join up, you getting small dollar. That when they put them in front, say, y'all go, y'all take the single barrel, y'all tell the Guinean authority that you're powerful. So two of us sharing something. Two of us sharing something. Oh, you want to dare respect me? Braga didn't know what they did. Was not correct. We're not saying Guinea will march in our. No, Doumbouya will not be brave to tell his army to come and take over Liberia. No. But when the people sit in Conakry and they go on the social media and see young people, they don't see military men, they don't see police officer, they don't see immigration, they don't see LDEA, but they see men in wearing color clothes like Malaysians. A real serious eyebrow to the Guinean authority. How can we see young people? They are holding single barrels. This thing signal a basa. Guineans in Guinea are asking the president, but what are people doing over there? People don't get color clothes on, they're not even under people. Who gave them the single barrel? Who supplied them with single barrels? Put our young people on the harm's way because of somebody desperation, their greediness. Yumale by this time, they're supposed to grab Yumale by his trust, say, tell that old man and let him explain who carried BK over there, who carried that company, who owns that company. And I see many of you around here talking because you want to talk. You're not serious. You think you love Liberia more than anybody? You think you're more Liberia than anybody? You want to escape the real issue? And Joe Baka, if that is a serious matter, if it is real land issue, why Joseph Bakana read ECOWAS? Why Joseph Bakana complain to AU? Why Joseph Bakana complain to the United Nations? There are committees that are responsible for these issues. They were going to look into it. But Liberian, it is more than what you think, yeah? Stop causing us a riot. Your president will have to go to Guinea to be able to talk to the president. He will have to beg Malabio to accompany him to carry him there. Why you wanted a foreign president to go Guinea? When the Ivorian authority themselves know that, but this issue is not tied around this anti border issue. Even if that border issue, Liberia is a sovereign nation. For Guinea authority to command our president to go to him. To go to him. For the Guinean authority to tell our president to summon to go sit down. And our president is seated along our neighbor Sierra Leone. They are seated waiting for Domuya to finish breaking a fast before he come to them. That's a gross disrespect. That's an insult. That should speak volume that this thing is more than border. Because if a border issue, why our president, why our government didn't write? The government should inform the Liberian people that, oh, this is a border issue. We want to inform our people that everything will be okay. Why? That place been there all those why. We didn't see one immigration officer. Rufus sat down here. He sat at the LLS. They enjoying themselves. You know, they don't care. No welfare for the immigration officers. That burger said here, he rings himself. And make our border vulnerable. And somebody want me to blame the military, to blame the police, that PSU is supposed to go deploy to border. PSU is not responsible for the protection of our entry. The entry points to our country is not protected by the military. It's not protected by the PSU or the ERU. No, the immigration. Every entry point in this country, we should have immigration officers. Are they telling us that they know about the sinister operations of the BK company in that part of Foya, for which they left that place and made it vulnerable? And you think the Guinean authority will sit back and see somebody mining on a river that is between their country and Liberia, and they will not raise concern? Somebody enriching themselves. Somebody's taking up the mineral resources. That's the benefit even Guinea. The Guineans are also concerned, if this is Liberia, this thing should benefit Liberia. We don't see any immigration there. The place is vulnerable. You got one company, they get taking all the mineral. You want to tell me that you might not know about that company? You want to tell me that Joe Baka is not in the know about that company? In his county, in his hometown? And you sit there want to blame seditions? And you think nobody is happy that Baka will have to go? Let me tell you, ask yourself the question. You ever, man, that way now, you think, what kind of president I'm democratically elected, then you come and say I'm a country to your country for us to discuss? If that issue to discuss, let's go to a neutral ground. Let's go to a neutral ground. But Joe Baka have to go there. And he got to call a friend Malabio to carry his Sierra Leone friend, his brother who they can speak Creole together. He got to carry the man and say, let's go talk to Dumuya. Let's go talk to Dumuya. If Joe Baka is not in the wrong, why they have to go there? They didn't complain the people to ECOWAS. Why? If somebody is cruising on our land, we have had the experience. Why you think Sierra Leone, they didn't carry a complaint to ECOWAS? Because probably Sierra Leone have been in the wrong. And so there is no need to go to ECOWAS. So if Liberia is in the wrong, they will not go to ECOWAS. If Liberia was right and they have their right, it is their sovereign right, their sovereignty, they will have complained to ECOWAS. We are a sovereign state. For our president to just jump in plane and go to Guinea and go say that the man got to break his fast for the man come outside to them. A democratic elected president, our president go and sit in the chair and here a man got to be lecturing. What Guinea president say that acting the big ball, say I will news those ones. They are other folks. And you wake up, you want to say, and nobody respect the papi. But that young boy will disrespect those older people and sit in his comfort and want to finish praying, eat a food, eat a money kalama before he come outside. That was total disrespect to our president. Many of you, they didn't see it that way. Or you say, the papi that showed that leadership. That what leadership? What leadership? Why should we support the government? I support Liberia. Why should I support the Unity Party government? Do you know what went wrong? You think the Guineans were happy to see young people with single barrels? Who gave the young people single barrels? Humanity should be questioned. Who gave the young people all the numbers of single barrels? Right now, that village is on a track because there are proliferations of single barrels. Every home's their own single barrel. Where is it coming from? Where is it coming? That's what scared the Guineans people, the poor, telling their government, but we're going to put all our brain to the border there. So that's also young people we see with single barrel. The hard rebel can carry it out. The government got to wake up on the different media outlets in Guinea. The print and electronic. Everybody giving different views on the talk show. The C-screens people to the Makona River between Liberia and Guinea, and they are celebrating and they are jubilating that they will fight Guinea and they will do that, they will protect us, protect their soul. There is a neo, it's a rebel coming to the country because they didn't see people in uniforms. They saw young people. They saw people putting horn on their head and said, we'll defend our territory. So we put our young people in the harm's way to protect one desperado, one greedy girl, one criminal. Those who, at the detriment of the ordinary people of Lofa, will enrich themselves and get more money. And you sit here and want to blame seditions? You sit here and say, people who want war. Where you were at the war? The water, you are not in Conakry. They say Guinea that you're talking about here. That Guinea you were at, eating money kalama, and the Guinea government were helping you. Ask Joe Baka. This government is not responsible when it comes to information. They lie so much like the devil. That is why this government is not sincere. And I see you pastors, I see you bishop posting all kinds of things. Why you people will not be sensitive? And then you want to lie on the spirit of the Lord, the spirit of God said. What God said? Stop lying on God. Stop lying on God. God didn't say anything to you. You're the pastors and bishops and imam should be asking President Baka, why you do the rape? Who carried that machine on that water? I dare Jeremy Pierre to tell us who carried that machine. Who owns BK company? The Ministry of Lands and Mines should come on the press conference, the press briefing, but they will not do it because they know that company is owned by them. John Baka knows about that company. Humanity knows about that company. That is why they stand tall and they can't say nothing. They're forced to allow the president to go. Why the president not saying Beslo Yanti? That place the president is supposed to go? If the foreign president will say foreign minister, you think Beslo Yanti can go there, the Omar can go there? You got to take our president and the man go sit down and Dumuya go sit down and finish praying in money kalama before he come outside. Holding our president, holding Malabio hand like you carry your two children to school. You bring your hand, you bring your hand. I will hold your hand, I will control you. I carry all it takes. I am the God of this region. And you get our two presidents, the two presidents, Saint Louis and Liberia, they walk in Malabio, and Dumuya hold Joseph Baka hand with left hand, then you hold Malabio with right hand. Holding their inform. And somebody think the Pape, he's a diplomat, he's a seasoned diplomat, he's a seasoned diplomat, he's a seasoned diplomat. Stop the lies. Joe Baka is not. If Joe Baka is a seasoned diplomat, we will not see what we see in this country. We will not see it. And many of you sitting down, you happy. You finish. The Pape went there already. The person a communicate. Yeah. They were able to sign document. And you saw Malabio, and you saw they make fun out of our president. But you know what? Joe Baka knows about that whole operation on that Makona River. And that is why he couldn't go. I dare Baka to Baka. If that thing was serious, if that thing was real land issue, Baka was going to read. Like, bro, going to read ECOWAS. Labra was going to write ECOWAS and AU and the United Nations. But now we hear that a delegation from ECOWAS is in Liberia to go to that place, meet with the Liberian government, meet with the Guinean authority to see where the problems are. But because this has to do with criminality, this thing has to do with stealing, this thing will have to do with tiffy, roll. And that's why you see that the Guinean authority will not give you any equipment. If you manage, by this time you manage should be Joe Parker, you see, you are allowing your kingsmen to enjoy themselves. And you want to put the president, Papa, he sees what seasoned diploma. Joe Parker has seasoned diploma. And you can't grab Yumale. By this time, Yumale is supposed to be suspended. The LRP, the immigration boss, Elijah Rufus, by the time that bunker is supposed to be suspended. These are the people that damage in our country. Then you can take our precious AFF that understands terrain. You think they're forced to get helicopter gunship? Our military are trained. They are trained. It's not about multitudes. It's about strategies. How to strategize. You come and take our PSU that train in SETE beating to carry them to the border. Who they will beat to the border? These guys are specialized in SETE flocking, in SETE beating, and SETE demolition. They're not specialized in borderlines. You collect. Then the immigration. You get Elijah Rufus, Joseph Baka. You get that ball right to immigration doing nothing. And they left all the border entry points open. 147 entry points. Out of the 147, that less than 30 we got. Go to the, they got 2 containers full of arms. I know why they're keeping that guns in Ayafo. That's why when I went there recently, I said I will bust that thing here one day when I get there. You keeping 2 containers full of guns, arm and ammunition, you keeping it. You couldn't deploy at those borders. They gave you those guns to keep it. You're coming to sell it. By this time, Elijah Rufus supposed to be on a suspension. The immigration boss should be suspended. Yumale, the minister of local government should be suspended and major investigation launched. Because their actions who have plunged our country into war with our neighboring country, Guinea. You think that those nonsense are going to mind? And I will see a Guinean brother and I will insult him. I will see a Guinean sister and I will cause her because of their greediness and desperation to get money at the detriment of the ordinary people. No. Let's ask the hard question. What went wrong? Why our government is not talking to us? What only Guinea talk? The Guinean authority, they are informing the Guinean populace. This is what happened. This is what went wrong. And you see on the different media, the different talk shows, they are discussing the issue holistically. But then the information ministry at Guinea will tell them this is the reason. But come to our information ministry. When they go sit there, they only put their mouths on George Weah. They are so lazy. They are less basic. They are unserious among the people. They put their mouth on George Weah and they know that they are unable to deliver. And I said to you, Unity Party folks, many of you sitting down and taking the paper, assisting diplomat. What is diplomatic about that? Joseph Baka is a friend. Joseph Baka don't want a country to go in trouble. And the whole thing, the trouble starting for his homeland, is starting for his county. Not from Branku, not from Nimba. God will always be God. That is why it's starting from Lofa. Because God wants to show to you, Liberian, that these people are wicked. By the time Yumale says so to be in our seat. Friends say Yumale. Friends say Yumale. Yumale is supposed to be what? Yumale should be held liable for what happened in Lofa. Yumale should be held liable. Yumale knows about that thing. Who carried the machine on the water? You think the Guineans are stupid people? Can that happen to you? Can that happen? 2 of us are sharing a border, sharing a waterway. And in a sudden, I see somebody coming from your side. They own the water to your side. You think I will not raise question? Why they say those people are intruders? They are spies. And they are pretending as if they are mining. And they are taking surveillance of the corridor. And who knows, within a twinkling of an eye, somebody could jump into our territory. And you think I will not ask question? Why are you doing there? That thing you're doing, my man know about it. My pa know about it. You should be in the know. And you're not asking them, then you there talking paka paka poko poko paka poko paka poko. People want war. Who want war? Who want war? Nobody want war. And there will be no war in this country. Joe Baka will be flogged. He will be whipped. He will be beaten democratically to the ballot box. Nobody will fight war. If you want war, so you will perpetuate yourself in power. You are a blatant, diabolical, malicious liar. We will go for peace. We will continue to be peaceful. But the truth should be told our people. Joseph Human Baka knows exactly what went wrong on that water. Let he tell us. Jerry Limerick Pia know exactly what went wrong. Let them tell the Liberian people. Francis Jumanle, the Minister of Local Government, is in the know. He knows exactly what went wrong on that water. They should stop pretending and putting the young people at risk. That is why the Guinean got vexed. Oh, they want to bring people, they bring machine over the water. The water were too or okay. The title of water only for Liberia. If you want to cross where I want to go, our authority, the immigration will ask you, where you going to go over there? If you cross when they come into the Liberian side, the Guinean immigration will ask you a question. And I see many of you, I see Mo Ali posting. You now know the Nino, you know the threat, you think the whole small the Nino, the threat can enter, Don't overlook also. Government officials, they are posting on the social media and escalating tension. And I see one ambassador of Liberia sits in Conakry who's not following the happenings in the country, is making inflammatory. Then you're talking about people are making inflammatory statements. One more, Ali will go post on Facebook. They're posting on Facebook, post Dumuya picture, post Joseph Baka picture, and throwing jabs at the Guinean authority. Because they want us to believe that the Guineans are in the wrong. They want us to believe that the Guineans meant to do what they're doing now, and because they did it to Sierra Leone. Why the Sierra Leone government didn't complain Guinea to ECOWAS? If the Sierra Leone government knew that what Guinea did was wrong. Why the Sierra Leone government, a democratic elected government, a sovereign country, why they will not complain Guinea to ECOWAS? Then I hear some of you, the same thing he did to Guinea, the Sierra Leone, that why you think will do to all, will not take it. What? Take it where? Take it where? Did Guinea say they want to fight war in Liberia? Did Guinea ever said to the Liberian people that they won't fight war? No. Why are we not looking at the real picture? We want to blame the Guinean authority. That Dumuya want to act like his general. Dumuya is under constitutional responsibility to protect the territorial confines of the people, the territory of Guinea. He do solemnly swear that I will protect and defend the constitution of the Republic of Guinea. He's on an oath. It is the responsibility. When Dumuya will see young people with single barrels, his mind goes back that these kind of occurrences will remind you about a rebel want to come into another country. Maybe a rebel want to set down. Guinea need to be careful about her borderlines. Not everybody in Guinea happy with the Guinea leadership. So the president, the people will be asking, Mr. President, but what happening to that rebel? We see young people over there with cutlass threatening our people. So they will come back. We saw people crossing immigration pool. What happening there? There is a need to intervene. You honor all to protect Liberia. And Dumuya to know that his people is demanding him to give. And the man came up with clarity. The Guinean Information Ministry came up with information. Told their people why. I stand to be corrected. Let somebody tell me when the Ministry of Information here, Honor Jerry Limerick Pia, informed the Liberian people exactly of what happened in there. And I see you people you're allowing these greedy gods. You're not asking the hard question, Unity Party folks. Jerry Limerick Pia didn't know exactly what happened. Joseph Baka know. By this time, the immigration boss, Elijah Rufus, will be suspended. And you took our wonderful PSU officers, our AFA officers, and put them on the harm's way. If the Guinean leadership have deployed to counter them, by this time you know the damage. You took our AFA officers. You make, because of somebody packet, you might not say that over there. Why they will get rich? You want to tell me you might not know exactly what went wrong over there? The Guinean authority don't give the Liberian government, don't give them that machine. You seize that machine, let it be in custody, let it remain there, let it get rusted until 2029 when Joe Baka is flogged, he's whipped, he's beaten, he's brutalized politically to the battle box. Then you can get in that old rusted machines. At that time it's rusty and old. You're sinking in that water. Nobody will get human machine. Nobody will get any machine to BK. Whatever company you call yourself, you bunch of criminals, you bunch of rogues. You come and our people suffering in Lofa, in Foya. The young people, they cannot afford to get job. You turn them into being malicious. You give them single barrels to protect your criminality, to protect your cartel. And you think the Guinean authority will sit down and they see people with color clothes? You know what it's bring to their man? Oh, but we're going to pass out the border there, so the man can't hear. The people already heard how they say they get full of national security. You talk the full of people thing, you're pulling on your head. Oh, The Fula people want to do something. The Fula people want to do the Minister of Justice were quick to issue press statement. We condemned. We categorically condemned. We do not recognize. We do not know them. You were blunt. Hospital, y'all were blunt. Why this one with the land? Why the Guinea issue? If this land is for us and it is about land issue, why don't tell the Liberian people so we can recommend your go to ECOWAS? But Joseph Baka went and call your friend. You got to kill me. You might do it again. Malabio. You might wese. I don't know how you manage. They possess the machine. And that machine there, you know, that machine. So why the local people, the Lofians are not asking the president? But who own them? The young people in that village, they know who get that machine. But they want to protect humanity. They want to protect these people. Because how will screen the machine say, I want to know that why the Guinean put okay? You think the Guinean authority will be brave and go take our machine? No. Because they were not treated fairly. And I see you people talking here, the Guinean authority won't misbehave a lie. Your government is the one that then misbehaving on Guinea. It's not a Guinean authority. The Guinean authority wanted to show you supremacy. They wanted to tell you that we're not stupid. Our silence is not weakness. Our silence is not stupidity. Two or can get water, they can tell me, say, I see something on the water, I'm in the know, and I see people mining, they are taking mineral resources, they are taking resources that is not even benefiting. The Guinean authority feed that thing, what they're taking on. Look at the town, look at that town there. Look at that town in for ya. There we get solar panel there. There we get solar panel there on the houses, on the makeshift structures they get there, the mud houses. But they are able to mine the resources of the people. While the people live into destitution, while they live into abject poverty, while they are slaves, they are tested in the midst of waters. And somebody steps here and said, I see decent. One war? Are you killing me? President Bouakai in the Ministry of Information should tell us what went wrong. Why till now Humane is not suspended? Why till now the minister of the immigration boss is not suspended? Because he should be the one to deploy our the various entry points. You go at the airport, you will bother with immigration first. You go at the seaport, it is immigration. You go to our entry points at the border, immigration. It is not the PSU. You will have to go through the immigration before any other security apparatus. Many of you refuse to listen. Many of you refuse to comprehend. Many of you refuse because you are slave to your political master, to your slave masters. You slave to them. See, if people are like good thing, they can just say that they just talk. That CDC you want to blame? Why should I stand with the government? I stand with Liberia. I can stand with this government because this government refused to tell me why we went wrong to that place. The government refused to tell us who owned that machine. Who gave them the right to mine on that river? Who gave them the authority? Is the Guinean side of that river in the know that there is a company named BK company, mining company that is mining in that river? How is it in terms of percentage, in terms of revenue generation? How is it done? Is the Guinean side benefiting from that water, or is only Liberia? Even if it's only Liberia, is the Guinean authority in the know that there is a machine on that river? You think the Guineans are stupid people? The paper that seasoned diploma. The paper knows diplomacy. He not that other one. Who other one? George Weah was president. There were no noise at any border entry because the neighboring country trusted Weah. They know who is George Weah. Weah is an example, and so there were no fear that there would be intruders in their country. No. Do Weah was that when he was in the military position? George Weah was here. He was never threatened. Nowhere. There was no noise between the Guinean authority and the Liberian authority under Weah. Nowhere. No day. No day. No day. No day. So why will you say that we don't understand diplomacy? He do. We have to understand when it comes to diplomacy. You sitting out over there talking, but you can't ask Joseph Baka, where we're all about peace and we're that all. You think President Bouakai is being sincere? Joseph Yuma Bouakai is not sincere to the Liberian people. And that is why you see he's hiding, because there are own people doing that mining. Humane then knows about that mining. Joe Bouakai knows about it. That is why they don't want to say apprehend. But if our citizen, you're coming in demanding the government should arrest that people, that company that get that play. Why you arrested the head of the Fula people? and say that security. Why? And you can't do the same. But this time, Yumale supposed to be behind bars. Friends say Yumale, so you're supposed to take up his boxer and lock that puppy up. Because Yumale endangered the safety of the young people of Lofa. He passing around wearing country gown, acting like he's so sincere. These are the people that stealing all of our things in our country. And you get what Elijah Rufus said to immigration. He acting the big boy. He get gold ring all in ear, gold ring all in mouth, all in ear, and he busting around. When immigration officers cannot even they can't get a welfare. The immigration officers willing to be deployed. Rufus sits in that office. He's acting the big boy. He's enjoying himself. Go see that boy. The boy looks so rich. Go see the investment the boy owns in this country. Go see Lazarus Homes the boy is building. The boy is a billionaire. Elijah Rufus is a billionaire. That's why he don't care about Buddha. That means will be suspended. We were just talking to Gregory Como. We just been talking to the chief of staff of the armed forces. But the chief of staff over the man Buddha. That the AFS over the man Buddha. We just talking to them because we got to talk to them. But it is the immigration. 147 entry points, less than 30. What happening to the others? We got more than 4,000 immigration officers. Why are they not deployed? Logistical wise, they do got logistics. There are lots of arms in the country. They got 2 containers in that yard. They got social gun inside. There is a need to take that gun. Take that. In fact, they should not. Let me take that thing and put social rubber gun inside it because there is no need. The men don't care about the people. The only thing they get megaphone passing around. You check all the alien and people coming in our country. All of them get fake document, fake lesson passé, fake resident permit. Where they got it from? From that same immigration. Who gave it to them? You go see the call card of senior officials of the immigration. They issue call cards to people coming from different countries. The foreigners are in Liberia. Go see our country. Every community you go, foreigners. And you want us to believe that the Guinean authority are the one that creating this noise? No, it is the Liberian authority. Because President Bouakai and Francis Yumale, they know exactly who owned that BK company, who carried the machines. They've been manning that place for so many years. The time they've been there, they've been taking that thing. And you think the Guinean are stupid people that you sit down and Joseph Bouakai because he's scared and get in plane. Look, let me tell you people. The Guinean authority will not fight Liberia in any way. No way. Because you can hear Georgia. We are brothers. We are brothers. You can hear money. No. Doumbouya will not fight Liberia. What Doumbouya hope to achieve to come to fight Liberia? What Doumbouya hope to achieve? That he will want to enter a town in Liberia. Why? Why do you think Doumbouya want to achieve? For which he will send a man and say, take that whole place. Because they are tired. They are tired seeing criminality every day. Broad daylight stealing, they tired. That the stealing on that river is not benefiting the people of that village. See that village. So dilapidated. It looked like ancient times homes. The stage, the era of primitivism. You see that place. Look at the structure that is there. Look at the structure that are there. You are mining a place. You might not know about that whole operation, but see how the people live in that country. See young people, they got to take up single barrels to put their life at risk because of somebody who getting rich at the detriment of the ordinary people. And you sitting here, you want to blame CDC? The people are sitting diplomat, eh? They people understand diplomacy. With diplomacy. If Guinea is crossing on our land, you think that President Bouakai will go there? No. We got a foreign ministry. Moreover, we have the right. We are one of the founding members of ECOWAS. We are a member of the MRU Basin. The MRU River Basin, we are a member. We are a founding member of the United Nations. We are a member of the Security Council. So Liberia is not just an ordinary country in the world. So if this has to do with border issue, we are close with the authority to write the relevant international institutions to come and address the situation because they have the ability to create instability in the region. Why are we ready, people? If we want meat, you think Doumbouya should call our president in Guinea? Guinea is not a neutral ground. Why is there something happening to Bouakai in Guinea? Doumbouya should call our president in Guinea. That is why Doumbouya make fun out of here in Malabio. Because they don't know their rights. They don't know what they stand for. If they were in the wrong, if they were in the right, they were not going to go there. But because they are in the wrong, that's why they pull them. Joe Baka knows that he's in the wrong. That they wrong the Guinean authority. That is why he left this country and rushed to Conakry. And that's why Malabio took his time to deal with them. Malabio for you, I will not rush with you. I got to finish praying, I eat my money, Kalama, and I talk to my senior military people, and you know, and we are able to do what we're able to do. You think for them to display this, you think that the issue? You think that the issue here on the screen here, where Malabio holding one book, Doumbouya holding one book, and Joseph Baga holding one book, Sarah Bezo Yanti on the other side, the Ivorian authority on the other side? No! If that is the case, why the Guinean authority can release the machines? Why they can release the machine? They probably are seasoned diplomat. They probably are big man. They probably understand politics in the depth and analysis. All of you Unity Party folks, you sit on the veranda, you gallivanting around here, you talking Tabata. You're not analyzing the issue. Is this about land? If it is about land, going to Guinea is gaining the rightful authority to complain about land, about border issue. It's not the United Nations, ECOWAS, or AU. Ask yourself, why our government will not write these people? Why would Joe Baka want to Conakry? Because they are in the wrong. They are in the wrong. They are in the wrong. That is why he rushed to Conakry. You think because the Guinea authority want to be flexible, they are stupid people? I don't sit on the radio to back the Guinea authority. And I can say to anybody, Doumbouya had no intention to declare war on Liberia. But Doumbouya wanted to show Liberians, the authority, some level of responsibility. And say to you, we're not stupid. We know what we're doing. You got your people mining on the water. They're stealing. Your people suffering. Your citizen, no plan for that town. No lights, no carbon water, no road for that community. It is the place of your president, Joe Baka, his own county. And you got one idiots and criminals are stealing from the ordinary people. And you want me, Doumbouya, to sit down seeing young people with machetes. Wait. You see how they are using the young people? Doumbouya wanted to show to the Liberian government, we're not stupid. You know how long you had the machine over the water stealing here? Your own, look at the town. Look at the Makona town. Look at the town where the young people coming from. No solar power lights. No housing units. No power bomb water. They drink from the creek. Look at the young people from their physical morphology. You know that they are in destitution. Look at them and they will have to stand up to protect somebody stealing, somebody criminality. Laboring. So again, the post seeing the thing on Facebook. Oh, so the Liberian people are what doing what they. Those young people, they're not even talking about building high schools in that town. They're not even talking about vocational institutions to be built there. They're not involved into carpentry, cosmetology. Their women are there, their wives. They're not caring about farming. They are there allowing these greedy gods to fool them and give them single barrel guns to live it up. Who will crush the Guinean and American who will show you power. Then the guys look at us and say, oh God, what kind of country is there called Liberia? That the young people will allow themselves to be used by these people, and somebody think that land issue. That is why Guineans I would take that place because Liberia get used for it. Because the very people that are supposed to stand for their right, they're the ones standing say they want to. So the Guinean people do that raising issue with our government. Why going on to that border? Then the government tell what happening. The information ministry in Guinea got to come and tell their people, this is what happening. This is what's going on. But nevertheless, we will show to our Liberian side that we are capable of protecting the rights of every person born of a woman. We are Liberians, we are Guineans, we share in all similarities, intermarriages, trade and commerce. We do. There are hundreds of Liberians who are Dalloniers and Hundreniers and Millionaires that live in Guinea, that build properties, that buy property, that have businesses in Conakry, in other parts of Guinea. Like what there are other Guineans that are here heavily investing in our economy. We are brothers. We are brothers. Because we are brothers, should we treat the Guineans with disrespect when our government refuses to tell us the truth and the Guineans know the truth? And you think they will not stand to protect their people? To protect their country? You see young people with single barrels, they are not unified, they are wearing color clothes. It has the proclivity and the audacity to stir up insurgency in that country. Do you know how many people don't want to see Doumbouya there? And Dumbuya will see people of color clothing will not get concerned and ask the military to protect every inch of our territory. And I see Joe Baka, you're jumping on faithful. They papa no diplomacy, man. Hey, man. They papa, Asibo go big because Asibo know that they don't want to carry that machine to steal on the water. Asibo go big. Asibo go beg the man. Asibo went there to beg the man. The papa understand diplomacy. He let Joe we are. What Joe we are going to do in that one? Do you see stupidity? What Joe we are going to do in that thing? Joe we are here for 6 years. Not one day the Guinean authority complained Joe we are that people to your border causing trouble. No, because he was always peaceful. Do you respect me? Have respect and still respect George Weah. Because never under George Weah administration for somebody to carry something over there. Look at the towns. Joseph Baka, look at your people. Look at the people in Lofa, the suffering. You brave to allow humanitarian to carry things over there. People carry things and humanitarian, all of them know about it. You pray, Mr. President. Instead of you suspend humanity, suspend the immigration boss, you call Gregory Como to deploy police. If the Guinean really wanted to fuel abroad, you think they can waste time? They have deployed the military and moved into that town and captured that town. Cross their heavy authority. No, but I don't believe the Guineans wanted to. But you see, the Guinean authorities are still wondering why Liberians have not come to the realization that there is something that is hurting us that should be hurting them. Eh? How can you be mining on that river and they don't even get solar panel light? How can you be mining on that river? There is no vocational school in that town. How can you be mining on that river? There is no pipe-borne water for the people in that town. How can you be mining on that river and young people's faces are so scareful and fearing? How can you be mining? Who owns the company? Who owns the machine? Jerry Limerick PR will not tell us, but you command our PSU, like the stupid and leader family in Monrovia. Jerry Limerick PR say that here and Daniel Sando, and all of them say that, and then they send the PSU to go fuel. Fuel who? Is it about fighting? Or is it about establishing the reality and the facts? It's not about fighting. It's not about fighting. Because Joe Baka refused to do the right thing for our country. To do the right thing. And the Guinean authorities simply telling the Liberian people, look, you think twice. What won't tell Liberia for? You know, why won't tell Liberia? No. But what Liberia is doing is what they think your government doing it correct. And let me ask that the simple people, those of you that are listening to me in radio land, that's the simple thing here, Oma, Papi. That's the simple thing here. You get your horse on that side, I get my horse on this side. Then we get long river passing in front of us, in front of our boundary. If you see something from my side on that water, you will not ask question. If I see something from the side of your water, I will not ask. I will ask. So the simple agreement we have is anything coming from my side, and you might be in the know. That means you're in the know. Anything coming from your side, it means that you're in the know. All right. So if a mining company will be mining on that river, all those who are since Joseph Baka took over, because George Weah they were not there. Since Joseph Baka took over, they've been mining over that water, stealing the resources, stealing those minerals. And the Guinean side where their immigration have been watching them, been observing, thinking that their government is in the know, thinking that the relevant authority is in the know, and that people that machines are stealing the resources. Somebody getting rich, hauling down resources and they say they get company. The Guinean authority, part of that river, and they are not in the know. They're not in the know. And the Guineans have their intelligence. They can come over for business. They too will inquire that this company, that dubious company, even registered with the government. We don't even know whether BK registered. A BK registered, who owns BK? Up to now, we don't know the owner of BK. Humanity knows about it. Nobody go into that county and humanity is not aware. The district commissioner, all of them know, but they shut their mouths and want to put the young people at risk. And I see the young people of Foya. I see your zest, but your zest is in the wrong direction. I see your momentum, but your momentum is directed wrongly. Are you benefiting from that machine? That is why they will use you as human sheep. If the Guinean want to fight abroad, you think they will not come in and get the people? No, the Guinean was never interested in fighting our country. We try to push that kind of thing and make it look that way, Liberians. You people, The Guinean who they wanted to show to Joseph Bakara will not stupid. Will not stupid. Your criminal them take machine and put on all the river. They're mining the resources. Look at the time. Look at the time say they're coming from the mining. Your people no land in your village. No land, no power water. Your people living as slave in the village. Young people can't even go to good school. They even get good high school in that town. So mud houses, no apartment. No mud apartment set. So single mud house. No double, no flat. No flat and mud apartment there. Your people suffering. They live in destitution. In the net, they got to put candle layer on to see Joe Baka. And you sit there and you want to please humanity. By this time, humanity is supposed to be apprehended, suspended. The immigration boss supposed to be suspended. But you collect our police, you collect our army and put them in the harm's way. If Guinea wanted to fuel you think they were going to relent? You think they'll put a Kim about the immigration, not the army? No, the Guinean authority has no plan to fight Liberia, but the fact they want the real story. Let Liberians carry the real story. You know what made the Guinean authority vex? Because they see that Liberians are pushing an evil propaganda against them. They are pushing them against their people, putting the government against the Guinean people, making them to low ugly. Oh, y'all go to Liberia, y'all go cause trouble with the people play. No. So the Guinean prophet, they put them on me all low stupid. And that's why the president said the Liberian government is trying to send out a wrong information. We get our part responsible for any something. Then somebody do something to me. All in the scenes on it do something. And I will carry the complaint. Joseph Baka, why the government not carry complaint to ECOWAS? Why Joseph Baka had to call Malabio for them to go Guinea? They went there to beg. They went there to beg. I'm telling you. To my righteous God, Joseph Human Baka went there to beg the president of Guinea. Because they are in the wrong. They didn't treat the Guinean authority rightly. Because there was no day that the Guineans said they were going to fight Liberia. Those people that saw across the border that were not even army people. Those may have likely been immigration officers. Because they mind their borders. Not like us. Our borders are vulnerable. We have people serving in lucrative positions and they never cared about the welfare of their own officers. And you will take these people, children, send them to the harm's way. So you know who protecting that border? That those children in that village. That is why all of them get single barrel guns. That why they didn't ask the immigration boss to deploy immigration officers because they already get their young people with single barrels. Who gave them the guns? Who gave all the young people? Look at the numbers of single barrel guns that are over there. It threatened the security of the Guinean authority. And that is why the bank said that they will not see military men, they will not see people in fatigue, they will not see people in military attire, but they see young people with hundreds and hundreds of single barrel guns. It threatened the sovereignty of Guinea. And the thing that it was important, it was prudent to show to the Liberian government that you know the truth, you know why we vex, you know why we're talking, tell your people the truth and stop pretending as if to say we came to steal land from Liberia. No. If that place is ours and we want to take it, we will take it. When you think it's not for us, you have the right to complain us to ECOWAS, AU, and the United Nations. You do. You on the Security Council. But because they want to create distraction, they want to appear that they're fighting over land. Allah. Who carried the machine on that river? Who carried BK in that county? Who carried it in that town? And it is in Joseph Baka County. It is in his town. Who carried those people? Who carried it? Who carried those people? Listen, man, are you not in the know? Are they registered with you? Are they registered with you? Do you know about them? Jerry Pierre, you will have press conference. Can you tell the Liberian people who own that company? All those years that they've been manning over there, can we see the document? Can we see the authorization paper? Are the Guinean authority in the know? The side of the Guinean border, are they in the know? The authority there in Guinea, are they aware that there is a mining company in Liberia that are mining on the river and we have a share in terms of revenue generation? We have a share. There is a portion of the revenue that is coming to us and there is a portion going to the Liberian side. Are we in the know? And all of you sit down here talking tapatana. CDC people won't war. They won't war. You cannot fool our people because we are here. When they are taking lands from our people and Joe Baka is right here, he can say nothing. Then our land you want you go. Joseph Baka not go out for land business. Joseph Baka went to beg the man. Joseph Baka didn't go to Conakry for land issue. It's a land then Joseph Baka where ECOWAS. Joseph Baka know there are committees responsible to mitigate into this kind of matter. When it comes to boundary issues, it is not the government. How can we go to a country? Guinea is not a neutral ground for these discussions if it was land matter. Guinea would not be a neutral ground if it was bordered around the issue about land, if it was bordered around the issue of authority. Liberia will not go to Guinea because Guinea is they're not the right host. We cannot be tussling and bustling over land issue and we go to Guinea. We are going to go to a neutral ground. We are going to go to a different African country to sort out our differences. But they went to Guinea to beg the president because Joseph Human Bwaka and his greedy gods are in the wrong. President Bwaka should do the right thing. Stop being desperate because of political lines. Stop running this thing on party lines. Stop running it on party lines. It is not about political party. It is about our country. I stand with Liberia. I support my country, but I don't support the government of Joseph Bwaka, Benso, Kura, and desperate and wicked to our own people. And you sitting down there, you are there celebrating. What is that to celebrate? The people are season diploma, and all country in that town, they put not even get there, but the money on that river. They put not even get to high school, but the money in that river. You see, and you people sit down there when we're talking. Oh, you let government, you let the country. We're talking for your good. Nobody should blame Guinea. Guinea not come for Liberia. Guinea immigration on the other side. Why they coming for Liberia for? What did Liberia get for them? But the Guinean people want your Liberia to open your eyes that your government is not telling you the truth. Why should I support the government? When the government can tell me who carried that money machine on that river, who carried that equipment there, who been mining there, who been taking the mineral resources, and then the towns there, the people are vulnerable. Let's ask the government. Let Jerry PRA explain to us. Let them explain. But those United Party folks, they will sit over there and they are talking tabata. I don't blame you people. I don't blame you. I blame those young people who don't get nothing to do. They come and risk their life for humanity, for Joseph Bwaka, so they can steal. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Then you wake up the paper that sits in diploma in that Jowia time. You know, when you call Jowia in your thing, your God can fool. You can get viewers. You can get comment. People can comment on your post. Because we are Jowia, you can succeed. But I said to my Liberian people, Joseph Human Bwaka and his government know exactly what is going on. They don't want to tell you the truth because they know they are in the wrong. You who can read international relations, you who the people that get all the degree then, that how they can settle border issue. For me to go to your house. We're talking about land to your place that your house to go to. Who's going to go? We can't wait sync up. Why I got to come to your house? Why? Why Joseph Bwaka got to go call your friend Malabio to go to the man? Because many of you don't comprehend. You're not following the lines. You're not reading the lines. That is why Malabio then you told Joseph Bwaka, let go. They think we can handle Creole. Bobby, like the only man Joseph Bwaka and real speak Creole too. He can't speak French. Bwaka can speak French. Equal to Dumoya. You think that thing what the Dumoya the plane was standing on the road, the boat came from. I know that Wakana Mohammed Barrick, they came, then you're telling the man, go to that border. Make sure. That nonsense there, don't take it from them. Go there. You grab all the. You might let them just back out worry because that equipment they will never get it. The Guinea authority don't get that equipment to the Liberian people. Don't get it. You take it. You carry Conakry. You auction it. You sell it. You use the money for the people of Guinea around that border. Don't get rid of them. And you say that yes, some of you yes on United Party people see the other nonsense, the other one talking. Because you only operating on party issue. You want to operate on party? You think I was saying that for Guinea, you can't fuel my country? No. All of your girlfriends start talking. My own papa, Nathan Bly, he king and dead. You know what he did? He deleted the video. Then he said that his wife told him to delete the video because he knew that it was bad to be telling the people we are trained. We know Guinea good. We know how to enter into Guinea. We know how to fight. We got men. Yeah. Look, Bly, who is a man of God, Bly sits there and telling Liberian people that they know how to enter Guinea. When it comes to reporting the fourth war in this country, they know. Bly got to delete his post because his wife told him. People told him that thing that makes sense. We can't fight Guinea. And Guinea have now one day said to anybody they coming for Liberia. I don't know why you're running with politics to make the Guinean people look ugly. So that Guinea in Liberia can be shame. You think that I will to go run the our Guinean brother here? We'll never do it. Because Joseph Boakai and humiliated criminality, that we will go wrong. Well, no, never will we go wrong beyond anybody Guinea area. No, we'll not do it. We'll go be our Guinean brother because humiliated so to get when you realize a big country gun we see when go in the town there, that time go see how the town looking. All the way humiliated over there, they put fishing on our river, they taking gold, all the mineral they carrying, they go see the town. There we get good far camo. Where can people in? Sit down there and talking Tabata that CDC people want war. They want war in the country. They want war. Who want war? Nobody. Nobody in this country will ever tell me that they want war. None of us want war. You're the United Party for I can't say that to learn from me. You better carry the story. I'm not saying good thing, but you said your big head with your BBR bombing. You sitting down there are teaching you. You ever look at your president, then you see the other funny one in. Asibo, the men of diplomacy, Asibo, Joseph Boakai go beg, you say Asibo? Joseph Boakai go beg. He went out to beg. That's why he carry Malabio. One Malabio inside go beg. If two of them knew that, if they are in the know that what Guinea tried to do was wrong, why they go beg? Oh, because you do it to Sierra Leone, nothing but wait now. Sierra Leone, that Democrat, that sovereign country. Independent nation, they will say that in Malawi and Dumbuya go there and take that country and take place. No, no, nothing. But the fact here is, the real truth here is that they went to beg the man. Because Liberia, they can't tell me anything, they're wrong. Oh, Israel, you say that. I said they're wrong. Because United Party folks made you to think that it is Dumbuya that won't cause trouble, that lie. Dumbuya that won't cause any trouble. What Dumbuya won't file a draw for? Dumbuya want the right thing to be done for the people of Liberia. Dumbuya want the Liberian people to benefit, the people of Lofa, the people of Foya, the people of the Makono River. Dumbuya want them to benefit. That is why he said ignorance has become the pride of many Liberians. I want the Liberian people to benefit. No carbon water, no good schools, no hospital, no clinic for that town. They are living in one room mud huts, no duplex, no apartment mud huts. See the huts the people live in. And somebody mining in their town, on their river, and they're getting rich. They're getting rich. They're getting rich. And the Guineans are seeing it. And that place is in perpetual darkness. And the Guineans are looking on the river and they see a mining equipment causing that heavy noise. A gigantic equipment beating with that heavy noise like a ship on the water. And they look at the town and the place is perpetually dark. The young people living in destitutions, they are carrying single barrels to be slaved. Then you want to bring Guinean authorities, say the people won't bring war. Then you bring politics out of, you run away the thing, the Guinean people don't know. Mo Ali said, they know. You might overlook. Mo Ali then talking all kinds of tabata. They posting all kinds of things on Facebook because they want you to believe that it is the Guinean authority that causing the trouble. They want you to ask the question, who owned that machine? Who carried that machine on that river? Who been mining over there? Why our people not benefiting? Why the people living in perpetual darkness? Why there is no clinic there? Why? They don't want you to ask the hard questions. So they make it to look that Guinean are the one causing trouble. The Guinean want to take your land. But if the Guinean want to take our land, Joseph Boakai will go there. If that land issue for true, you think Joseph Boakai will go there? No, we got the authority to write ECOWAS, to write the AU, to write the United Nations, to intervene, not for our president to take the taxpayer money, all day wasting our country money to go sit in Guinea and go beg the man. Then the man to carry them, he go sit down, the man go pray. The man say, I will not mind you. I gotta go pray. You think I got me mind you? The man when the man pray. After praying, the man, hey, Monica Lama. The man went and went pray. Then your president is sitting down. He carried them, and yeah, then they were sitting down. Yeah, the Malabio. They're waiting for the man. That security is standing. Yeah, then they're waiting for the man. Sit down. See how our president sit down. Post our president, our two leaders. They don't want to sit down over there. They are older people, but since they understand wisdom, I have the small boy, I will teach them. Set our president down. The two presidents. If that border been Joseph Boakai to go over there. If that land issue, who they can call? And they can go to land authority. If that land matter, people go to the court. So if our land issue, why the Liberian government didn't go to the court, the international court, or go to the ECOWAS? ECOWAS code, or sent to the United Nations, or the AU. Then the president jump in and go sit down over there and sit down in chair. The man go pray. After praying, he do the fata and eat money kalama. Then he tell the man how they position them. Then looking at the ball. Two of them. I think as if to say they are processed for Guinea in Liberia and Sierra Leone. Joseph Bakatu just for him. What? They picking here? They picking? They're picking. But you look at the wisdom that both of you supposed to carry. It is the wisdom that small boy called Dumuya carrying. The wisdom that John Parker supposed to use that era about Dumuya news on him. Dumuya said, will come to me. I'm not coming nowhere. I'm not going anywhere. Y'all will come to me. I'm not taking side. Y'all will come here. If that real land issue, if that land business, that land Guinea wanted from all, and our land and our legitimate right, why our authority will go send the president there? We read. Or we send Beslo Yanti to go meet the government there. If no way, no redress, then we write the relevant international organizations. But to take our president, take the taxpayer people money that will bring no dividend back to the country, and you think Baka go there for peace to the law, Baka went to back. Baka went to back. There was no intention on the part of Guinea to push on Liberian land, to take away anything. No, the Guineans want Liberians on that side of the river to benefit. But let it be done legally. Let it be done to the knowledge of the people of that place. And the Guinean authority must be in the know. Tiffy, row. Tiffy, row. They can steal the rat. By the time you are tired, you man take out a boxer and tie that old man on the tree, tie him on the stake in Saw Beach. But now Elijah Rufus was supposed to grab that wall, we suspend him. But all of y'all, that the police, the commander Syria, the army, the chief of staff Syria, the chief of staff business to go, that chief of staff to go man border. That the army will go stand to border. You think why we get the immigration? 147 entry point that they put army, then who will leave him already? Eh? Who will leave Moravia? And somebody think that we politicize in it? No. We're not politicizing it. But the truth, Joseph Baka went to Guinea to beg the boy. You didn't go there for when if we're talking about land issue, you think who I was over the contact? If you and myself tussling and bustling over land, the best people that either the authority, I either call the police or I take you to the court. But I would say I'm going to your house or to go say that in meeting to your house to discuss it. No. Joe Baka is very shameful, it's disgraceful to see our president would bring himself so low. Because they know what's happening to that river. They know what they're getting from that river. They know what they're stealing from over that water. That the Guineans are tired. Because every day, every evening, when the Guineans look to the side of the labyrinth of that river, the place is dark. People are in darkness and the hearing machine sound the river. When they look to the side of that river, Ladrosa, the place is perpetually dark. They look on that side, they don't see housing unit. They look there, they don't see clinic. They don't see hospitals. They don't see high school. They say, but what is this? Then why these people mining on the river? We're not in it. There are two things. Already we're not in the know. Secondly, that people not benefiting. That time the rest of that river is so dark. You go there, no changes. You go there, the young people stay the same. Then they took the young people and say, your whole single barrel. We don't want to get a river. We manning the place. And you're working, we get your work. So you're staying tall. Where are those single barrels going coming from? You managed to tell us. Where are those single barrels? Where they took all the guns from? Somebody said they put a hunter. What? Hundreds of single barrels? But I can say to those of you that say it's decent, no, listen, these people, nobody. We stand for our country. I will not support anything. But I can say to every Liberians that this Guinea we're talking about, Guinea has no intention to fight Liberia. In no way. So you stop lying around here. No, Guinea want the Liberian people to benefit. Guinea want Lofians to benefit. Guinea want the people of that town to benefit. But you might let Joe Baka they say no. And that is why Guinea will not get that equipment. And I'm calling the Guinea, don't give that equipment. Any Baka go there, flog them. Don't give it to them. Don't give it to them. And I see you jumping around and you look at the way they put live in that village. Look at that village. No solar panel there, they say. Look at it before I say clean it. But somebody on the water taking all the gold, taking all the mineral at the detriment of the ordinary people. Then you want to politicize issue and say the papier go there, the papier are seasoned diploma. Yeah, the man has seasoned diploma in begging. He went there to beg. He went there to talk about land issue. He went to tell the man, sorry, we wrong you. We went there to tell that, Joe Bagger went there to tell the post, sorry, we wrong you. There's over to pour that thing on the water and didn't tell you on the side of the river. To all get the river. We sorry. The thing might not go too far when hit for real electronic can talk. It's why then every all the minutes kind of they will open up on me. Those boys can misbehave on post on time. I beg you, man, Dumuya. I beg you. What? We got discuss diplomatic issue. On land. Then you deposit me that day. Paul, I want come Malabio. Inspiring the boy. Joseph Bakatu just sit in the chair and say they're picking here, they're picking one spot and eating more. So the Makona River, you just coming all the year I've been what you so that you want spot and eating more again. I beg you, I got a set record. I'm moving here with peaceful discussion. You think I can make more? because if Joseph Baker complained to ECOWAS and the Guinean authority tell ECOWAS say we not go to take any land from Liberia. The Liberian government suffering for people. That water for two of us, but they put company on the water to be mining. And in fact, their own people are living nearby. They even get land. They ain't get carbon water. They ain't get solar panel land. They ain't get clean. They live in perpetual poverty. Go see them. But they're using the people and suffering them. Then they take guns and give it to the children to say they will fight up. We talk about fighting war. They do talk about fighting war. We talk about fighting war. They didn't about war. I didn't hear the Guinean authority crossing and firing and say they will fight. No, they were not talking. Answer the Guinean military. Maybe your part about immigration. Nowhere did the Guinean person will fight Liberia. Nowhere. But you might all of them tell the people, take them. Hold it. So everybody a single bang. Everybody go follow. As of long as it's a punch out, say everybody speaking easy. Pour our young people on the harm's way. Then they say that behind here, everyone will use the one and they say they're stupid. Who will use your in the Guinea authority get very kind around the other way. Meaning when I came mature, not yet the immoral. Our family not yet they will kill you because you're stupid young people, young got sense. So we pour you, we get your guns, you will stay. If the Guinean really wanted to fight, don't begin to fight them. No. The Guineans authority only want to get the reasonable Liberians, those who can reason to see the real picture and demand the government of Liberia to tell the Liberian people what is the real story behind this issue. Is it about land or is it about the water? Is it about land or is it about illegal mining? If so, who is mining on that water? Who owns the BK company? Who is responsible? Why Humane is not being suspended? Why the immigration boss is not suspended? And we run into Guinea to beg them as if to say we did something so bad. Because we are in the wrong, that is why we went there to beg. Talk about it on Kings 88.5 077 223 9933 0886 304497. The women line 0777 980 375. The numbers you will call us on this morning, and you'll be part of the program. Talk about it on Kings 88.5. We'll check some of your comments. You can also drop your comments right here, and then we can read it on the program. Let's take our very first caller right here. Good morning.
Good morning, Bob. Here.
Good morning.
This is the chairlady, and I'm calling from the Congress City, to be precise, opposite Street Temple.
Okay.
Thank you for the topic on the discussion. You wouldn't have said anything more than this. I want to appreciate you for this. And I want to appreciate everyone, the Kings FM, the Banner FM, the True FM, the Voice of Liberia, for always telling all the truth, for always exposing the weak and wicked government. Let me tell you something. Before you go to someone, example for me, and you are coming to apologize to me, first of all, you will tell people what you did before you want to apologize. You will tell people, I can't come there, so Israel, I want you to apologize to Abraham for me. The first question you will ask me, what have you done to Abraham before you want me to apologize? Or I will tell my people that I did something to Abraham, so I want to go apologize. But Jeremy, the only thing he knows is to cause man. Daniel Sano with a big head, the only thing he knows is to get on in such ambassador, in such situation. But since the incident occurred, no one has come on air to clear the air, to tell we the Liberians why is the call for which the Guineans came on our side and hosted their affairs. They are yet to tell all up to now. Everybody will need tech this. Only by the grace of God, Abraham being the best person teacher life, who God is, you see, every one of you were able to go to the root cause and know that you got one rebel conference anybody who is money on the people's side, who is taking go and down, who only knew how to put men on motorbike to tell people during the election, but you don't know the boundary between Liberia and Guinea. We got to know two Abraham and y'all. But we get one president who are working yesterday when you see they were crab but we in the hole. Say he went 7 room. He wanted a whole time to talk to his president because by a friend that he country president to talk to him for him to carry him for him to go appeal.
Okay.
But I don't want to sound it as a warning to our brothers and say, so who stood for bullets? Who feel the could feel your country? You are risking your own life. So the man is eating the money. Let he tell the Liberian people what he did. And by now they need to stand for his position. Israel. By now, the man should be stand for his position.
Yeah.
Because he is the one that brought the calamity on us, no Israel. They don't go for calamity. Well, God says his word, he backed it. The word can never lie.
Okay.
The servant of God said it. And he can never be a liar. He will back his word. The government can start with calamity. Calamity government will want you to. Thank you, Israel, for the time. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. Thank you so kindly. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Israel.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, Peter Bar calling for Johnson Hills. Israel, thank you very much. Israel, you know, people, they whatsoever they say, 6 years ago, they fall on their feet today. Why all the evil they were praying for President Weah, they fall on their feet today, and they bring a stealing the whole war and stealing their own men, they step forward in power, they fall on their feet. Let me tell you this. The people wrong. The people wrong. They want to get, they know they want to tell people, I know Salaway is different. That's the big person President Weah. When you speak now, why did they not feel I was doing cartoon in America because you know the pay wins? They say yes. They say they can't rescue the people. Why play in air now? Why did they not play air? The people are able to talk because they feel they are ashamed. They are jobless. They are talking because they are ashamed. What they say yesterday, okay, President Weah, to the people, they fall on their feet. The people are seeking double. The people want to the plant that they risking. The people want to say our land because they plant the seeking double and the warrior machine. And when you listen to me, don't get out machine to Nimane.
Okay.
Don't get to Nimane, and Nimane want to scare our people. That Nimane want to scare our people. You won't care for everything. Get it when they think about the war and fun war. But how can you tell them about war and defend us? But still, when you're using your pastors and you're coming to say that you're going to kill your tree. Why Nimane is coming to give money? Why is that the guy is going to give money? They will not be a lesson in the money in America. And the one that can use for you, they will use him. But what be what? Whatsoever they say about the person, we have to follow on your feet to go the house. Why are they taking your mother opinion? That's a boy and that was what I will plug your content to clear and say I take and move.
Okay. Thank you so kindly. Thank you. So we afford others opportunity. Good morning. Let me take the man. Yeah. Let's hear you.
Yeah, please, this is Sancho Ebenezer Weston. We share one of Liberia legitimate owners that join you from Central Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Before I can get to the topic of the discussion, in transit, let me tell you that, are you aware that an immigration officer from this country was arrested in Sierra Leone for smuggling drugs?
Okay, I think I saw something like that.
Are you also aware that a 3-month-old pregnant woman was raped by an officer of the Liberian National Police who happened to be a commander for that respect?
Mm-hmm.
You see how demeaning our country is? Having said that, let me say here that meeting that was held between 2 Sierra Leoneans and 1 Guinean in Conakry have nothing to benefit us as Liberians. If one Francis Humani were to understand his role as a local government minister and knowing the geographical boundary of our country, with his knowledge, he would have gone to the boundary land to go and do mining. That team might have seemed very small, but it had a very big weight attached to it. It is only because of God's intervention that today the people in Lofa, they are now running with their master's on their head. It was not because of God, but now we are somewhere else.
Yeah.
You saw the level of desperation with which those guys came and entered our country. You saw the level of desperation to which they came. They didn't just enter our country, but they started hosting a flag, which is a serious provocation. The people are there telling all that, well, I can't show maturity, you show this and that, and what have you. There are other people who are saying all sorts of things, but let us be known here, my brother. If we are not very cautious and prayerful before the Oman term comes to an end, we will regret it. This country will regret it. Let us learn to always be prayerful until we can see how best 2029 can come. We get this menace from our head. Thank you for informing the time.
Thank you so much. So let me take this press in the international community quickly. Good morning.
Good morning, Israel. This is Melinson from New Jersey.
Yeah.
That's my new number here.
Okay.
Israel, thank you so much. You said everything. Joseph Newman Boaka and humanly are the cause of Guinea aggression on Liberia a few days that led to even breaking his own Gisi brother foot by the Guinean army. Look, if Joseph Newman knows that Guinea was run to Liberia, Guinea was trying to redraw the boundary.
Mm-hmm.
Why Joseph Newman Boaka could not file a complaint to ECOWAS or to AU or to International Court of Justice?
Yeah.
Why would he go to the very Guinea to go talk to the man? But they run the man. Like we all know our history. When Liberia became independent, Guinea then was still being administered by France as a colony. So the French people know the boundary. Guinea people know the boundary. There have been no border crossing between Guinea and Liberia, to the best of my knowledge, since I was born and grew up in Liberia. From president to president, there have been no Guinea or border crossing.
Mm-hmm.
After Nimba get border with Guinea and Ivory Coast. There have been no border crossing with any other country. But because they are doing illegal money, that was sparked that whole trouble. And we are told that Guinean people crossed there and seized on their equipment. They didn't open their mouth. They didn't say "Fwent." But they kept doing it. They were prompted Guinea the last time to go and take down Liberia flag and put their flag on Liberia soil.
Mm-hmm.
What? President, we have a president when I got overthrown and begin hell of staying in Guinea. Why he did not do that aggression on Liberia? Why? Because the criminal act that they are carrying on right now did not exist at that time. It didn't exist. So there was nothing to provoke them. So that criminal act carried on by Boaka and Humali is the one that sparked the tension. We saw Nigeria and Cameroon fought over Bakassi Peninsula for many years. And Nigeria was the aggressor. There was no winner on the military front. There was no winner. Cameroon took the case to International Court of Justice and won the case. Now, borderland dispute can be issued.
Mm-hmm.
If Judge Imamboga knows that he is not in the wrong, why did he go back the man? I posted on my Facebook page yesterday. When President we were elected, when I was suffering and in opposition, he said, like, report to the country and give it to a boy. Judge Imamboga said he referred to President Weah as a boy, that he gave a country to a boy. President Weah is by far older than the junta in Guinea. Why did he go to a boy to beg? Why did he go to a boy to beg? And the boy treated them like a piece of rag. Diplomatically, when any president from different country come to your country, it is not necessary that you got to go wait for him to the airport, but you receive them right before your executive marshal. Receive them there, shake their hand, take picture with them, and you walk them inside. We always see them here. World leader come to Trump meet them right in front of White House, greet them, they take them inside, they sit down, two of them sit down and talk, and have press conference. You can't see any picture like that from executive marshal website. Joseph Imamboga inside, the president saying now, hanky head to they saying, a little boy. The boy put them there, say, wait for me.
Okay.
And they had to wait for him. Two Sierra crook putting our country together.
Thank you.
Didn't know had any problem before. Even yesterday, there was people, because I think people start bringing all the history. When President Toba and Sekou Touré had the same conference in 1972 in Liberia, two of them were in white suit about border issue. We in Guinea don't have any problem. The same tribe in Guinea you find them in Liberia. You go to the Niman side, you find the Manon people across there. You come to the Lofa side, you see the Kisi people across there. Then they create criminal, then they take our country and want to put the two countries at war. The men just deploy the troop to tell them that you do any nonsense, I will invade their country. And Liberia gets shit. Liberia can stay in Guinea. Liberia get piece of shit. Nothing they get to stay in Guinea.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief. Thank you so kindly. Thank you. Let's come back. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Bobby. I said,
yeah.
My name is Sensikia, and I call you from Banga right now because they will study. I live from Fuya. Now I'm in Banga.
Let's hear you.
Thank you for your show this morning. And what all you saying, the guys that you told was about the fact saying is on the land all our borrow money that Joseph Newman Burger and as you doing it is something that the government of Guinea, let me thank them first. Thank you, Mr. President from Guinea, because anything that's happening in our border, you can show concern that all our Liberian government they are stealing, you let for Liberian people to know. And when anything going wrong to that border land, you need for Liberian people to know. Thank you, Mr. President from Guinea. But let me say this to all Liberians. Guinea people now willing to settle for a war on Liberia because they know that even the people that we're talking about, it can stand right across the Ichora, across Guinea. But the fact saying they don't want to say it and they just want to act there to say Guinea people they want to bring war on Liberia. For me, anything that happening in on our border, my brother, I'm not speaking on they say. I can't speak on they say, and the truth it is true. Somebody I go wherever there, I go do pay so whatever, but yeah, somewhere I can go because when the country is peaceful, the something I do. I do it, and I will do it smoothly. But when the country war is there, the end of the day, I will not do what I want to do. So everybody happy, I can go hear the first saying. That money system that they were doing down there, it was not even for sin. It was not even for sin. When President Weah, the former president, was laying Foya Street, why you take the same phone? That said that they was using to Foya Broad Street. Why they take it from? Where they take it from? They don't take it from to that place. Why they go, they say they digging sand. Ask them, Google. Just ask them. Let me ask you. They say that you are digging, you are digging to lay Foya Broad Street. Why you take the same phone? You not take that same phone to the Guinea Bolo. You take for to sell them Bolo, and the place where you were taking it for like one village, setting water there, you were paying money there. They were paying 5,000 for each cholo to bring it to lay Foya Broad Street. They were not to the Guinea Bolo. All right. Then when you come to that any system that they were doing down there, anything that you are doing in the country, on Bolo land, you want made for the other person to know. Even Bantry. Now me see and Nima every property for that because anything you doing to Bantry, you want made for the other person to know. But the Guinea president, we were not really planning to do this, but because of violence, or because of legal money too that they were doing in our place that they don't want for the public to know. Now one day he said today they arrest our machine and they will not get our machine and are praying and are asking the Guinea government will not never ever get our machine back.
Okay, that leave it right there. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Flynn.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Thank you. My name is Lee Baskin and I'm fully get money from Citizen Party. Well, the issue that happened in so far pertaining to the Ebola issue. They have a Ebola issue. Because if they want Ebola issue, this government will even first of all because the member of the Security Council. You're going to file a complaint to the Security Council or court and even the Mama of here. But because the issue, the junior issue, the telephone in that area, money, the people told their dress. Why is dress for? Dress not for spend money, dress for damage, go and think for damage. So that is making the people get dress and stop. Can they talk about people, the people? This government never come out to the people. People this is it.
Yeah.
What is happening in local? We are in control. They're quite happy. Nothing like that. But I don't know. For 2 years, somebody go to local party and somebody go to give me the saying they didn't waiting for your president and they say, oh, Mr. President, you too so. No, we are in problem because the fact is you are money. You know it very well. This government is so greedy for money, and here is after money. They are paid. They want to cost problem for the country and the people in the past. So you saw it on screen. The people from Guinea and the people from local they were going along ahead. And even when Sabah election, somebody got up from Guinea, they started to come vote for the thing, you manage them. But because they want to see everything in the country, everything of this year, no? So they are even careful that experienced government, president who spent 40 years, who got 40 years experience. Something happened to your Ebola that you never the Ministry of Information, National Security, never what they come out to tell you that people this is we are in control.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief. Thank you, my brother. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Let's hear you.
I'm patient for recording of people. Israel, a woman, I can always say nothing will get connected. They may not get one idea is there. You were they may promise order. When you win, NGO will come. And you are and then when we NGO will come. Our other thing going on. Why we're not talking anything? When you want to get serious, so the NGO can come. What is it? The country can be peaceful. NGO come. They may. That you won't get money, man. But the people are using English on so we are. They say so we are in F. Today we get 42-year experiment. Now you want to stop any plan. You see what you will get money, man? Nothing who will get money, man. The men don't know anything. You not get no contact. You know how to solve problems. The men get no success story. So they can't make 1.5. What you will get for all of them?
Okay.
But I like what low for the men. They don't want for the men there. Nothing will get money, man.
Okay. Let's see here. Good morning. Yes, sorry. Good morning. Let's have you. You've been patient on the line.
Yeah, bro. Thank you this morning. My name is Andre P. Mongo Senior. I do join from Balance Road, Canal Town Hall.
Okay.
My brother, thank you. Some of us from who hold our news was support me. I was very angry to get like making our country and for 4 hours flag. But now you gotta give us the actual story of what happened. The government did not give us the information clearly. They lied to us. They don't try anything. So we, the citizen, was so concerned to know what is happening. Why must Guinea come in our country and put down our flag? We see that you guys paid money from last year for ABT up to this month to the you're doing clear information on what is happening in our country. Our government needs to do something for our nation. Put our young people in risk. They look for where they took the military from, where they took some power from. Where, my brother? Where? Do they want Liberia to go back to war? Do they want Liberia to go to war? Brother, thank you.
Thank you.
Lord, thank you. For me now, I don't get angry with anybody.
No, don't get angry at Guinea, brother. Don't do it.
Yeah,
Thank you so kindly. Thank you so kindly. Take this person. Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning, Andrew.
Yeah.
Yes, this is Edmund Carr. I'm the visually impaired at the return of President. We are trying to nine. You know, we have been asking the question. The government, they feel that everything that happened, they should cover it up and allow people to just go here and there and looking for information. And that is not fair. Because the information that we try to give to middle Liberian people to feel and think, it was not okay. Okay? Because the first thing was something happening between the two countries, or where we consider boundary between Liberia and Guinea, you should be able to come out to speak to the issue.
Yeah.
But the government didn't say anything to us. In fact, they were acting as if they were calling them until journalists started bringing the story up. Up to present, the president has not said anything. Besides, even the trade that he made in Guinea, he has not said anything. We are going to get the information all I want because for one reason, they will come, another country will come and take another equipment from you and carry in their country. And up to present, honestly, that it has not been returned. And that if that water is separating us, if there is anything concerning mineral, meaning it should be divided. Okay? Other people should get a share, and we should be able to get our share. Or if you are doing there, you pay royalty to the country. It should be done that way. Okay? But you carry dread to the place, you say your money say, and then when the people go low, they notice that they're not saying that you are money. And they see Yimane guy. Yimane is one of the guys in the government you consider as the prime minister to Boaka. You're one of the guy that is causing the damage. Okay? So he has gone and go so discuss among the citizens of Liberia and that of Guinea. If care was not taken, this thing could have been blown out of proportion. Okay? Other people here could have started attacking the Guineans back in this country. It could have been bad. So you don't sit here and allow the thing to escalate before you take serious of the matter, only because they knew very well that they were hiding something from the Liberian people. Okay? Because it didn't just happen. Why over the years, times were all number. President has come, president gone. We are not hearing anything that happening. Only,
this government, that you will see something that happening over there.
Especially there in Lofa.
Yeah.
Especially there in Lofa, on everybody.
Sorry?
I say especially in Lofa County. From past years, we had nothing about that.
Especially in Lofa County. No news. Okay? So how come? So this is why we were very careful. And the same question we were asking, and the same question we stay asking. Okay? The thing where I found getting on BBC, what happened over there? But even after the person, the trade that they made in Guinea, what did he go there for?
Yeah.
Because they say he arrived yesterday. I don't know how true it is. If he did arrive yesterday, what he has to say to the Liberian people?
Yeah, he
how
said
the meeting go.
The president said it was all right. The discussion was fine. It was all right.
Oh, it was all right.
Yeah, all right.
He went Guinea to big. He went to go big. The guy said, "Then my prime minister, he made me say you're not supposed to do it the way he did it. Sorry for our citizenship picking policies Central Bank against our army. So let it go." But in fact, as a person, you should take cease on that matter. You do not have to go to Sevalu for somebody to follow behind you to go big. You need to go Arico for Arico to follow behind you. In fact, they put it on the website of the executive manager that it was a regional meeting that was taking place. That's a lie. That's not a regional meeting. You in Liberia, you have the problem. If ECOWAS was intervening, as they said that they should kick out so that they can be able to do their own investigation, then you took upon yourself to go to Guinea, to go discuss issue, to go pay the man, then you put it exactly the matter website that it was a regional meeting. That was not a regional meeting. That's a lie. That's a meeting that will play and negotiated by the president of this country to go pay the Guinean president.
Okay.
So that was not a regional meeting. You call the guys into meeting. The foreign government said, the president said you were busy, you were not going. I think you would have sent somebody, a foreign minister or something like that. And then your brother from Sevalu followed behind you. That was not a regional meeting. But the guy can just misplace why at the executive master website. Look at even what cool for final road. Land clean by Liberian. What do you mean by that? She just almost she can be ready. She got early before policy. When you say Liberian are cleaning, so that means you clean the order. The play is not for us. We are fighting for it. Come on, man. No, Liberia is in no conversation with Guinea for now until otherwise order, until your government tell you what is happening, but they will not say it because they have gone over there again to loot and benefit themselves and their family. Is not for you.
Okay.
So the poor loafer, don't raise yourself, keep kind, then your government takes cease of the matter. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Stop talking at more kind. Thank you for the analysis. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, Mama.
Yeah. This is Council.
Okay.
Yeah. This good message. Let me now give up. For what we are looking at, you see, you work for 45 years, so the man, they even know the Bureau point. They know that the place is a boundary, that they need to cross. These people, they educated. They know book. Oh, no book. You are no book. You are a ball. See how the ball acted. The ball is a responsible man. See the old man. See why he's doing now. Papa, the people come for the land. Land. God can create land. So the people come to take their land. And you taking the bossy people of it for wickedness. Papa, the wickedness that you think you own. We pray to God. That God help us. Nobody will harm you. But hatred that you got, that the hatred haunting you today, you will be exposed all over for your wickedness. Thank you.
Thank you so kindly. Council, thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Oh, the person slipped off. Good morning.
Morning, Israel.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm Peter David Casper across from one of the street lights in Lower Johnson. Thank you for the fascinating discussion this morning. You know, Israel said 99 days for rule and 1 day for master. And just as Mabuaka and her colleagues, their criminal attitude is not just being done domestically, but it has gone internationally. You see,
This guy took machine and go and establish a mining company on a river called Makona River, which is not even and that totally belongs to Liberia. Because when you look at the source of that water, it comes from Guinea. But people from Guinea came on that particular water to fishing, to saw the mining machine, to took the company to the authority of Guinea. And that's what precipitated the entire and the problem. So the problem is not about border issue.
Mm-hmm.
It is instigated, yes, it was instigated by Joseph Yima Boakai and his Prime Minister called Faisal Yimari. They account all illegal money without the consent of the Guinean authority on a particular river. When the information was given to them, the first thing the guy did, he collected the machine from the water, they carried. And at their fee for those citizens that went there, I think that they're going to prevent refrain or secure land. They were just risking their lives. Those guys could kill them and nothing, the government could not do anything.
Yeah.
Because the government is very much weak. There's not something to play with. I live on the border point too. For Yela, there's a creek between us and the Guineans. That particular creek, to mine them, even sin. The both authorities have to be aware. And the creek is for the Guineans. Nobody can go there and just mine a mineral or you carry machine without consulting the Guinean authority. You see the problem these people are putting us into, and the information we are getting. They said yesterday that Mamadi Dumuyan told Joseph Mwambwaka that all the minerals that they collected from the river, you should carry everything to him. Yeah. Absolutely, that's the information. We get linked in Guinea. We communicated with our friends. That's the information that's fluctuating.
Okay.
You see the kind of embarrassing situation to put the country in? These guys, they are very much corrupt. And their corruption has gone on the international wire. That's why they remain muted. They will never talk about it. To create information or to bring information about what is unfolding at the border there. They will never talk about it.
Okay.
You ask Daniel Sano, you ask Daniel Pierre, they will just and a sugarcoat thing. But the reality is setting in. We have friends there from Sonoba, from that particular border, people are communicated with, and they give all the true information.
Okay.
That's the reality. So it was instigated by Joseph Yima Boakai and that offensive Yimari. That's a corruption internationally. That's criminal in nature. And that's why we tell people that these guys are not going to do well for the Liberian people.
Thank you so kindly, Chief. Good morning.
Hello?
Yeah.
Israel, this is Bobby calling from our boy.
Okay.
Yeah. I pray for all of you, King's FM, Freedom FM, Voice for Liberia. You are the people now that are helping the nation. May God bless all of you.
Amen.
And I'm telling you, all the good pastors that are in Liberia here are among the bad ones. The good among them are among the bad ones. Let us pray so God will help us, nothing will happen. Because if not, don't prayer. We think are happy the people they're looking for their money to put in their pocket. They will come and bring trouble. That God help us. What didn't happen? What didn't take place? But it was something big that are coming to take place from local there all the way down here. So now prayer we coming to an end of the fast month.
Okay.
Now prayer so God will help us. Any bad thing that coming, God will move. So our children there will learn. Let malaria come back to power. Thank you.
Thank you so kindly, CDC Babe. Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Israel.
Morning.
Yeah. This is Mandela calling from the Oro.
Okay.
Yeah. Israel, you know, these are some of the things I would talk about. People in power, they respect the law. They respect Liberia. They respect anybody. They disobeying the law, violating the law. So you see it, they can carry out now. Now that's a thing now, it's coming now. Because they do it now to Guinea. Now you see, and they afraid of people. Let me tell you, you can't be doing things, you do respecting people. When I CDC and they scared of people, they have a hope and border. Yeah, vulnerable. That day, nobody there. Yeah. Even up to now, they are afraid. You carry machine to the place, you do it. They see what they respect for how they do it. Yeah. But they see what they respect and people, and they give it unto the people. You know, I will get something. Yeah, you also have respect for me. But see that they are way. So they will feed it, and yeah, all now, we feeding it. They say that people want doing work. People then do their thing over there. They corrupt better machine. Yeah. And with what pray that people not give it. Yeah, that it is.
Thank you so much. Thank you so kindly. Let me take one more person. Then I'll go to the diaspora. Good morning.
Good morning, brother Israel.
Morning, Chief.
Good morning.
Yeah, morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jefferson Sleba calling from the 15th Speaker District in 11 to 57. Economically, Bwaka have failed the country massively. Bwaka don't have nothing to offer onto in the country today, tomorrow. He now has no direct ability in him. They said to yesterday that it is because of where their press is going on. Today, their press is escalating. They forget to know that the war economy, anything hammer is fed up. But the people, they had yesterday, they were innocent. But today, anything they said yesterday will say to them. When it comes to the border issue, where one of our citizens were wounded, I want to say kudos to him for that land, because any kind of means he used to settle that issue, whether it's big, the Guinea president, he do there. Once there is no war, everything is cool. That's to say thank you to him, because we saw war. War is not good. Thank you.
Thank you so kindly, my brother. Thank you. I want to thank Joseph for calling from the diaspora. We'll take him when he called back. Good morning.
Good morning, brother Asia. Good morning, brother.
Go ahead. Okay.
Yeah, it's Abraham Dean Ghana. I don't see it. Yes. So, brother, every day we not get sound like brain. They can listen. They can go. How things go on before they can take action. The every day we someone that we just see people running and we start running. And when I find out what making that people to run. But we just get out, we start running, because even if they measure running, then our person will just get out, we start running. It will never be that. It have to feel that keeps money on you. Then you try to bring war in this country, but it's within there. The way you can be flying all around that way, it's not happening. So that Guinea now, you know to go to the big name, when it will help you,
Okay.
so that you will see our resources. So thank you for that.
Thank you so kindly. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, but we are still and for Mama Liberia, this is Joseph calling from New York. Let me tell you, these are the same embarrassing situation we were talking about when we look at this old man. Because even in the international water, let's put it that even our water, if they were mining, the international water, we got our territorial limit. So even the ocean is between, or the river, Makano River is between Liberia and Guinea. If you mine it in our place, there should be a territory that belongs to Guinea and our side, even in our river. And by undermining, if you mine it in our place, you undermine the soil from both sides of the country. You'll be affecting the Guinean side, because that digging you're doing could make that whole side, the soil from the Guinean side, to fall in the Liberian side, which is not good. But you see the thing about the Pape and his people, it is not good, because your own personal aggrandizement, you try to plunge the country into war by doing no kind of thing. If the information that is unfolding is true, I tell you, our representative put impeachment on food for this Pape, because you cannot come and put Liberia into harm's way because of your personal aggrandizement. It is not good for the nation. So a lot of people who have died because of Joseph Walker and his what so-called minister. The expense of the Liberian people, that what you should be doing. You that's supposed to be protecting and defending the Liberians, you want to plunge them into a war that they did not call for, that they don't know about, because that's the